Okay. Torch. Alright, let's mess around with these heralds. We've got MF, so I guess I'll just stay with this setup. I like the magic vine. Yeah. Okay. There's the den. It's just a small map of what. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, seriously, I was like, where is he? Hmm. Jeez. I should order up my inventory. I just need to get used to that. What did I say? Stash tab 1 jewels. 2 is going to be my charms. It's pretty annoying. Yeah. Got it. So now we're on tier 3. This is when the drops start getting better. So let's see. I don't even know if it's worth it to be here, but I think I'll get one in the cave. Past the cave. There it is. I bet you'll spot one down here again. The archers down here, these guys are sketchy. Wait, has anyone ever tried to bind? Maybe you can't bind heralds. I don't know. Well, that was tier 3. See, here's when I should switch my stuff. So it's like I want all of this to be jewels, all of this to be charms. So yeah, I got some organization. Yo! Yo! That was crazy. Got like a rare jewel. That was it. Noob. Yo. Yo, what's up? Sorry, I didn't notice I was zoning out. Yeah, hey man, I'm glad that you found me. I am planning to play ladder. I'm hoping to be starting tomorrow. And I'm going to start with this character, my Fist of Hammers. Trying to mess around with the Herald drop rates right now just to kind of see what they're like. Hopefully we spawn one in here. Yo, hello. I love that big old redemption red screen. Where's Harold? Serious? Hey, at least they're not archers. Ooh, they do have thorns though. Should give my mercenary some time to get some healing. Man, my keyboard sucks. It's all buttons are old and they stick. And holy shield fell off again. What is with that? Huh. So that was tier 5. Yeah, I just put out a an update to that too, kind of just as this guy's gotten thrown some additional gear on him and stuff. I feel like I should cham this just because I'm not using cannot be frozen now. But I think ideally it's Crown of Ages with the cham rune. But yeah, the guy's fun even at early stages prior to Enigma when you just have spirits and you're barely in the Chaos Sanctuary. I like running an Act 5 mercenary with Lawbringer. It's very safe. I think I've kind of gotten everything out of the pit that I'm going to get. Alright, maybe it's time to go to Act 2 now. Yeah, I'm hyped. I'm actually really hyped for New Ladder. I mean, it's been a while since I've given it a good push, so pretty pumped on that. And I don't know why I'm not starting Warlock. I don't know. For whatever reason, I've just been having a lot of fun with the other characters. So, it's kind of like when the expansion first came out way back in the day with the Assassin and Druid. I feel like I tried the Druid, but it's kind of like a long time, like years before I actually came around to the Assassin and really started to play her. I just didn't have the draw. It's okay. Still enjoy the game without it. Still don't know how I feel about the Warlock. He's aight. He's cool. Blood Boil's probably my favorite skill in the game. Point being, I've been enjoying Reign of the Warlock without even playing a Warlock. And that's fun. Might as well do Indardo. But yeah, I'll see if I could stream as much as I can this weekend too. As much of my playtime as possible. I'm pretty slow. I don't really like rush through things, which is that's okay. I really like enjoying the desert sand. It's kind of funny nowadays. I kind of like Act 2. What? Oh, that was like a really delayed curse. Yeah, once a paladin, always a paladin. You know, I kind of feel that way. Uh, First, getting through the game, I think I'd try other characters, but I'd always go back to my paladin because you can kind of push harder with zeal. I just always remember getting stuck in Act 3, but he was my farthest. Special place in my heart. Love this guy. That's why I made, that my build guide, by the way. It's kind of why I did that in the beginning. The very beginning, I don't know if you noticed, you see like a flash of Fist of the Heavens. Because this is right when the Reign of the Warlock came out and all the Warlock hype. So my Paladin, I do Fist of the Heavens, and then like you hear his voiceover of the light can never be extinguished. It's kind of like my flex against the Warlock. Not that I'm against the Warlock, but even when the Warlock comes around, Paladin's still here, dude. This might. Oh, no way, I got one. Let's go. Sweet. Is there no thorns? Oh, he's got conviction on, I think. So that's where that. Oh. Oh, it's the fire. Crazy. Two rares are unique and a shard. Let's see. Okay. Well, I don't know. I feel like I'm noticing the drops are a little bit better. Small charm in the other room. Really? Nah. Thank you. What's it gonna be? Ah, 6 to life. The point is what it could have been. I like terrorizing Act 2. Oh, no, thank you for the small charm. I appreciate it. Thank you. Act 2 time. Bah. There it is. Maybe I should have read. Why am I still? That's weird. Well, I think sewers are actually pretty good too. Sewers, still trying to figure this out and optimize it. I like hitting up the sewers because a lot of undead. And then basically Palace, Arcane, Canyon. It's cool, we're just all on pure tier 5s now. Oh, wow. Legit. Well, that's like a nice surprise, isn't it? First Enigma ever? Let's go! Congratulations. Isn't that amazing? I remember one time I found, actually season 8, I found early season, 3 to fire skills, 3 to enchant wand. And I sold it for like 3 jaw or 3 jaw and a burr or something like that. Same thing. Got my Enigma for the whole ladder and everything was just gravy after that. All right, Harold. Where are you at, buddy? You found me looking for paladin stuff or what? Either way, I'm glad you found me. Welcome. Hey, Widowmaker. Pretty sure that's another good charm, but I have too many. Yay. Don't need it. So there we go. There's some hammers. Excited for the weekend. I'm gonna be playing on ladder. I am. I'm gonna give it a shot. Yeah, I still don't know exactly how that works. So, no, I think it's like if there's different zones inside of a terrorized area. So I think the sewers is all one terrorized area. but let's see, maybe I have this wrong. I don't know, but this is my understanding. But like let's say Act 1, the Cold Plains. It's the Cold Plains and the cave. And I think each of those can spawn a herald because they're kind of separated within their terrorized zone, if that makes sense. So actually, yeah, now that you say that, that means I have to clear out, I think, a lot of 3 levels here before one of them will spawn. But it's okay. I'm already on level 3 anyway. Probably going to spawn soon. A lot of undead. Happens quick. And even if it doesn't happen quick, I'm in a level 96 area. Yeah, that's another thing. I guess Sunders might be a little... Oh, there I go. I'm not getting my notifications. Should have had my... Oh, man, Thorns. Sunders, I think, are going to be harder to find this season, but this build doesn't need one. I don't even use one. It's a straight up pure icing. Like, you don't need it. That's what dropped from that herald. I guess I could leave. You know, though, I've had, I think, 2 tier 5 heralds hunt me in the Arcane Sanctuary. So, in one zone. That's pretty awesome. Smite, and he's gone. Oh, wow, no way. Okay, nice. Yeah, some people were like, what's the weapon? But, also, I feel like it's like turning into a little party here. What's up, everybody? Yeah. Yeah, this guy's so fun. I don't know. I just love him. You really can go with 125 or 75. And I've been kind of thinking about maybe trying 125 for a little while. I just need to get a 20 faster cast rate helmet. I have a circlet somewhere. Just kind of lazy, but here's my exile. God, that's got to be the best base I've ever found. Ever. Yeah. What sender do you think fit best? You know, that's actually a really good question because I think there's a really good case for both. But in my opinion, I would go with the physical sender. So think about it. It's not really as much about breaking the immunities as it is about boosting the damage. So there's not that many magic immunes, and you can kill them with physical damage. And then for the most part, the physical immunes you can kill with hammers. I feel like some of the heralds are pretty tough, and doing Ubers is part of this build. So I like the physical Sunder Charm. I think that extra 10%, well, possible 10% minus negative enemy physical resistance is actually like a really good chunk of damage. I don't know. The Fist of Heavens kind of clears really well as it is. Maybe it just depends on if you're playing in a split group or not. If you've got like a few friends, you might want to go with the magic one. Yeah, like if you're farming just like Chaos Sanctuary zones that your magic damage does well in, and not specifically Herald farming, that'd be a better case to go with the Magic Sunder. But I've been shooting for the physical one. I want the physical one just to smite harder. I don't feel like I need any increase to my magic damage whatsoever. Yeah, but I don't know. I say that now, but then I probably equip a sling ring and get a magic sunder. I might feel that difference, and it might just be like really really nice. But I like the physical damage for when I'm bossing, for when I'm smiting down heralds, and for doing Ubers. So that's just my 2 cents. But that's the thing. That's why I like it a lot too. Is you could actually just use either one. Anyways, back to the circlet thing. If I get a circlet, which I could just transfer off one of my mules or whatever, switch out my gloves, and I could use my exile. I kind of want to like mess around with that for a little bit. And also, speaking of the shield bases, because I just made this exile, no joke, this just dropped for me. Are you ready? Yeah, 43. It's not 45, but dang, a 43 Sacred Hearts just dropped. That's insane. Yeah, nice. Yeah, if you're going 125 faster cast rate, I would, for the most part, probably be just diving into the magic damage. Because that's the reason you're going faster anyway, is to be casting your spells faster for the most part. I don't think it's worth it to do it just for the teleport. So, yeah, a lot of options. I guess that's true too. You could still have the physical sunder, but have the magic damage gear. There's a lot of ways that you can kind of make it your own, and I really love that so much. It's like, but the base is still there. The base is like the hammer FOH smite. Because I mean, you could just be a mage, but I feel like there's like this specific smiting life tap survivability element that kind of it lifts it up out of just a magic find character. So I can talk for days. I talk a lot. Immortal Emilio. Yeah, dude. This is true. I don't want to do this. I think I'm just going to go straight into the palace. Alright, let's go smack down some more tier 5s and see what they drop. I'm trying to test these tier 5 drop rates right now. I'm pressing the run key over and over. Why is it not changing? Whoa. What? Weird. Okay. Hope I'm not lagging. Oh man, the last time I got lag like this, I died. I lost like a whole. I'm 96, so I just don't like dying. But yeah, if you guys are playing ladder, I mean, I don't know schedules and stuff. I'm gonna try to play at launch, and I'm gonna try to stream as much of everything I can for this weekend. But I'll be playing some ladder. Hop on and join me. That'd be fun. be playing this guy nice and steady. Wow, it's getting pretty late though. I'm probably going to need to call it a night soon. That means I should get on to killing some of these heralds. I should have just gone to the Arcane Sanctuary. They spawn quick there. Oh, hey, man, just keep finding paladin shields tonight. Too bad that wasn't a 4 in front of that 5. It's like I've got a goal of beating hell by the end of this weekend. And I feel like for most people, they probably just do that in the day or two or something, but I'm not a speed runner guy. I kind of don't think that's going to be possible for me, but I'd be pretty stoked if I can get through hell in the first weekend. Then it kind of just puts me at like progression mode, and farming do better when I'm kind of aiming at upgrades. Alright, am I just not doing this very efficient? Come on, wow. See, it's like I could stand here with cleansing on. Just like that. Now I start smiting, they're all life tapped. My mercenary leeches a lot better now, there we go. See? Tanky. Yes, I'm going to start Paladin. I'm going to start this character. I don't need to smite right now, but I'm just doing it for fun. Just feel like wanting to be. Maybe I should kill the main one, huh? There we go. But yeah, I'm going to start Paladin. And, you know, it's funny, like, I always throw back to season 8, but that's one of the only seasons I really gave a good push. But I tried with the Amazon, and I didn't veer off and make a different character. And it went really well. So I want to try that again, but Paladin for this season. Things don't always go your way. That's okay. So I'm just going to try to push and not give up and just see how that progression goes. It's always fun. I like starting over. I mean, I like farming as well in the end game, but there's something about starting. I don't know. I love starting, like not having anything, being level like 6, finding a group and like partying up. I don't like being rushed. When I was younger, I did, but now I actually like running through the game and playing it. It's not as much of a slog as I remember it being. I don't even mind Act 3 anymore. It's fun playing. I have a lot of memories with this game, so I enjoy it now. It's also maybe why I like Titan Quest too. I just haven't felt zoomy in a while. Hey, Cobra. I feel like some of those heralds are like pretty tough. Alright. Arcane Sanctuary. I bet you. Let's see if I could spawn 2 of them. That'd be awesome. I don't know. I've never actually really had like what's the right word I'm looking for here? I've never really had like a demand to party with viewers, but that would be awesome. I totally would. I'm a little bit unreliable though, so like I might have to get up, and I've got kids, and I'm slow. I get distracted. I look at the shiny things, and then sometimes I'm fast. I'm gonna try to be moving at a decent pace, but for me, that's still probably slow for a lot of people. But yeah, to answer your question, I don't have a specific plan to party with viewers, but I would love to. Maybe I should think about that, huh? That's cool. That's all you got. Ghosts. That's another thing. Make a Jabazon and just get to the Arcane Sanctuary in Hell. And then profit. Yeah. I just. Yeah, there's a time and place to try. And that place might not ever really be for me, so that's fine. I swear, if I get like another like super sweet paladin shield, I'm gonna think that something's like something's up. These guys, I feel like my teleports have been kind of weird and delayed. Those guys are a little bit more rough because they're immune to physical. Challen can't steal any life. My holy bolts are not. Yeah, man, this is a perfect vampire gaze. Maybe not perfect leech, but it's crazy. And then one off. Oh, gotta up that thing. Yeah, I've been having fun terrorizing zones and hunting heralds, even though they haven't been the best place to find loot. I don't know. I kind of like the challenge. It's not like you're doing Ubers, but you kind of have to be on your toes. Like, oh, you gotta move, and like, it's not just a face tank fest. And I think that's kind of cool. I don't know how I feel about thorns, though. I feel like that's kind of lame. Wow. But yeah, for this guy, Holy Fire till Act 4 Nightmare. Holy Fire, and then you're good. And then it's down. Whoa. Oh. Man, I realized I should probably get like my Discord up and stuff too, to where conversations can be had, not just while I'm online streaming. Because I'm stoked on this. I figured I'd stream tonight just to kind of prepare for tomorrow, and I didn't think. I'm just happy to see some people here. This is really cool. Well, let's go. my crazy auras. They all have a use. Oh, by the way, peeps, I don't know if you've noticed, you have a flex aura like almost all the time when you're at this stage, when you're teleporting around and just having fun in the game. You don't really need an aura. I use redemption to keep me just kind of topped off. That's what enables a mercenary to not have to have insight. But what's really cool is you can just use cleansing sometimes. Helps poison come off your mercenary or curses, whatever. You still have your hammer damage because he's got the concentration. Doesn't change your FOH. It's really rad. I don't know. Kind of cool. So I actually have it hotkeyed. I have a lot of things hotkeyed. It's kind of like a piano build. Somebody was asking about controller. I don't know if any of you guys play on controller, but I have very minimal experience. I cannot imagine playing this on controller, but I can imagine that there's people out there that are comfortable enough that can do it no problem. And that would probably be something kind of cool to see. Yeah, I've got a Herald in here. Am I going to get that second one? Ah, as I speak it. Ah, it's these guys. No. I'm just going to one-shot my mercenary. Like one rare. Yeah, the loot part, I feel the same. It's like rough. I can just press H and then touch it with my fingers. Like I love mouse and keyboard. Could you say I'm a keyboard warrior? No, I'm just kidding. I said that in my head like Borat, but it didn't come out that way. So yeah, the only things I've tried on controller are like the ones like summoning druid. Something that's like just walk. Like walk and pick up stuff. Alright, best part, Canyon of the Magi. Let's do it. So, earlier, you're talking about Herald spawning per zone. This is cool because Canyon of the Magi, I've gotten up to my tier 5s. I think you could get nearly a herald almost in every single tomb. I always start out by killing everything out here. See, look, this is like there's nothing I can kill out here with FOH. So this is where hammers is really, really nice to have. Like, technically, I could be teleporting around and landing with fanaticism so that my mercenary hits a little bit harder. But yeah, I guess what I'm saying is there's probably a more ideal hotkey setup I could figure out. Alright, I'm going to circle around to the other side. I'm not seeing these messages. Ah, see. Oh no. Okay, now I should have my hotkey for hammers. Screw that. Just take him out. Oh, I almost died. That was close. Let's get my mercenary back. Early, yeah, Chaos Sanctuary, 100%. That's like going to be the place that you need to learn to just love. I love Chaos Sanctuary anyway, but that's going to be the place. I mean, well, you have some options. If you're struggling to get farther than that, which you shouldn't, you can farm the pits. You could also farm Arcane Sanctuary in Act 2, but you might as well just push and get to the Chaos Sanctuary. It's level 85. All items can drop there. Good experience. Super easy to get to with a teleport staff. Just nice and fast. And then you get your Lawbringer mercenaries. That's your kind of first little goal there, Lem and Co rune. And then that makes Chaos Sanctuary even smoother. It doesn't really make it faster, it just makes it smoother. Everything is getting pushed a little bit and slowed down, so it's safer. I will say, the Act 5 mercenary, you do need to position him so that Diablo doesn't kill him all the time. But it can be done, and I do it. You could also gamble a life tap dagger, FYI. So there is like a world where your weapon early on is a life tap dagger and you're smiting with life tap, so you and your mercenary can stay alive longer, but it's just very niche. You don't need to do that. Alright, what am I doing here? I need to go to bed soon. Getting tired. Oh, I was trying to revive my mercenary. Can't believe I almost died back there. See, I was like removing some resistances so that I can get more specific like life charms. I feel like I should just keep all the resistances up. Man. Wow. So are the minions super strong too? Am I just missing? I'm planning to just be a lot more organized this season as well. Just like, oh, I found an Ome Rune. Legit. Let's go. Nice. That was awesome. Man, that makes me feel like I should go socket my other scepter that's 2 hammer, 2 FOH. Nice. Wow, that was awesome. I still have never found a Zod rune. Yeah, that was cool. Didn't even have to hork it. Just natural drop. It's funny, I was all hyping up my barbarian too, and then I just have not been able to get away from my paladin. That's all I've been playing. So I should farm the pits, is what you're saying. Another Sacred Torch. Okay, I'm gonna say, no way. Ooh. Ooh. Fanaticism and concentration. Dang. Hmm. meh. I think the drops are not. I don't know. I don't know how to. There's been a few where I've had like 3 rares drop. One of them was a Corona. I feel like just even having a base like that dropping is crazy. But then I've had like a good number of just like nothing. I don't know. Hmm. Maybe I can get like a couple more heralds and then I'll call it a night. I just need to get some sleep. But super pumped for this reset. Gotta delete a character. Whoa, hello. But I'll be ready. I'm trying to put together a max roll um, for this build from like a level 35 Holy Fire to like the first budget to the mid budget to the high budget. So hopefully I'll have that together soon so I can share that link out with everybody. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Let's let everyone ride the Warlock hype. And then we'll find the Sunder charms and the items for them. Oh, that's awesome. Fist of the Heavens just cleans up. Ooh. So I'm like overly cautious, and so I didn't try Ubers online until very recently, and I had really good gear, but you don't need this gear at all. You just need some life tap, you need crushing blow, and you need to cap your resistances. And you have to have open wounds. So if you don't have Dracula's Grasp for life tap, you need to have open wounds. So either an open wounds belt craft. I've kind of experimented with how budget you can go with Ubers, but not recently. But I'm telling you, you have to have open wounds to stop them from regenerating, and you just have to do a decent amount of smite damage with your shield. What I mean about a decent amount of smite damage is if you're not using grief because you're on a budget, it's best to at least have your shield base be an elite base. You need open wounds, you need crushing blow, you need life tap. Well, maybe you don't need life tap, but I think it's just way too difficult to try to do it without it. And yeah, get those resistances up. Always remember you can chug a whole bunch of thawing potions to get an extra like 60 cold resistance and 10 max. So yeah. But yeah, you could use things. You could still use a black rune word, I'm pretty sure, for Uber Ancients. But I would say that they are harder than Tristram. It'll be interesting to see this season when I can do Uber Agents. So I'm going to test it out. That's for sure. I might have to lose some statues, you never know. And I think the biggest question, by the way, on like kind of the gear check for Uber Agents is, for me, the biggest question is, do you need Enigma? Because there's times that you need to reposition. So I don't think you need Enigma, but I can't prove it yet. I'll have to do some testing. And I'm sure I'm going to do some testing before I try it on like a really low budget. So you can pretty much count on me doing that. I need to, this whole season's going to be about really examining this build even further. You could do Ubers with a kicker too, by the way. But we're not talking about non-paladin builds here. Hey. Damn, it's a crappy room to be in for all these bugs to swarm me. That's alright. Man, I feel like I've kind of gotten decent experience tonight. That's cool. Like, I'm getting this far solo. Like, almost a quarter of the way to 97. Just solo. Kind of don't like how easy it is to level this high. I don't feel like it should be that easy. I miss like 99 basically being impossible. Like that's how it should be. Like I don't think you should be able to hit 99 in the season. It's like who can get the highest in a season, not like who's the first to 99. That's just my 2 cents. I almost want to click the fire shrine. I have Phoenix out. Hey, is that another one? Uh, uh, I want to fight the big bug. I have to go back to town, dude. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Kind of thinking they're not dropping much. They're supposed to have been increased, and it's like, I don't know. I mean, I have like 250-ish magic find. Let's see if I kill him on this side. Yeah, 260. On this side, 230. It's not like none. That's like okay magic find, that's for sure. Yeah, and for how hard they are, like they are absolutely going to take out your mercenary if you're not like repositioning him. There's no one. Dude, that is rough. Conviction and concentration. Oh, immune to physical, no way. Okay. See, hmm. Hmm. It's like a few rares. Yeah, is there some pretty tough tier 5 heralds. They can be tough. Keep in mind, I've got 0 life on my charm. I need life. Like, there's one. Rings don't have life. I mean, there's like 100 life on my rings, missing 100 and around 100 on my grand charms. There's 200. Another 200 from small charms, and then you add BO to that. My life should be sitting probably around 3,400. So there's that. I think I have too much strength as well. But yeah, that's my experience with heralds as well. I mean, if you haven't fought too many tier 5s, they are way different than tier 1. And sometimes even the tier 5s, it's just like every now and then you get a combination of tier 5 heralds that are like pretty insane. But yeah, they have a lot more life. They seem to be a lot harder to kill, and they can be deadly. Like, here's one right now. Let's see what happens. Okay, conviction. A lot of them are getting conviction and concentration, so they're immune to physical. Damn. So their natural thing is they emit lightning damage, and the main one is immune to physical and has a conviction aura. That's crazy. Yeah, but even so, these ones weren't that bad. So the stone skin immune to physical, even with a sunder, that guy would have been pretty tough against physical damage. All right. So that guy didn't drop like anything. Dang. I don't know, man. I feel like these drops still maybe need to be like increased. Yeah, is this one gonna be all like undead and demons? See, this one's not as crazy. It's like I don't know what I'm expecting, but I do kind of feel like they should be dropping a little bit more than what they're currently dropping. And I don't want to see like golds and all that stuff. I just still feel like I think that's the way to look at it. There's just too often blues still. No, I still feel like that's not even it either, because I feel like it's okay that they drop blues. Maybe it's just they need to have a little bit more elite bases guaranteed or something. I don't know. It's an interesting predicament to be in, huh? Man, beetles everywhere on this one. Should just go kill Dirtle. Get spoiled by FOH. Clear so awesome. Wow. Yeah, I'm gonna go to bed after this run. Oh, thorns. And amp damage. Bro. Hey. Let's go smite this guy down. There we go. No, I don't have cannot be frozen. It's fine. All right. All right, I think I am done for the evening, friends. Oh, I gotta have energy for tomorrow. It is the letter start. All right. That was fun. I think that's a little bit of a preview. I think that they're dropping more rares. And even though the drops seemed not very special, I think I'm noticing more rares. But I think it's still just kind of maybe not necessarily worth the risk, especially for hardcore players. So I don't know. I kind of feel like the drops need to be buffed just a little bit more. Well, that's how I'm feeling. Anyways, I'm going to call it a night. I'm going to be playing tomorrow for the launch. I'll be playing through the weekend and uploading some more videos. I'm going to be trying to get even more into a rhythm of this. So this was cool. This was fun having you guys on here tonight, and thanks for stopping by. Hope you all have a good night's sleep. Get some good rest. Get ready for tomorrow. Maybe we'll catch each other during the weekend. Peace out.